What's up, Tiki Team? Welcome to the channel. My name's Spesh, helping you conquer the Horde. And now that we have been able to digest and play Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies for a couple days now, which really, that's the only amount of content there is in this game to begin with, we have finally been able to figure out the best weapons in each category inside of this game. So if you plan on going for Dark Ether camo, or you want to use the best weapon in each class, this video is for you. Without further ado, we're starting with the melee weapons. Now, the best melee weapons in the game is the only melee weapon, the knife. Don't get me wrong, you can actually do pretty dang well if you're hitting zombies with your gun if you have the Bloodlust Covenant, but obviously we don't have that. So the best one in the game is just going to be the melee weapon, which is the knife, and that's all there is. Moving on to the next class, we're going to be looking at the handgun class here, and I'm actually going with the RATT, the R-A-T-T. I kind of thought about going with something like the Clouser. The machine pistol really just doesn't do it for me. The machine pistol, I feel like I run out of ammo in 0.2 seconds. The RATT seems like a really good all-around, basic, and basically balanced for what it is, and it does the job pretty dang well. Pistols in this game don't feel like they're as good as they were in Cold War, but then again, pistols in Cold War were absolutely insane as it is. Next, we're moving on to the sniper rifle class, and we're going to be looking at the Kar 98 here. Now, unfortunately, in this game, the sniper rifles suck butt just like they did in Cold War. The sniper rifles are still super annoying to use. I think they have a little bit more bullet penetration, but nonetheless, they're still the worst class, in my opinion, to use from game to game. So realistically, which one's the best? I'm going with the Kar just because it feels like it's the fastest and the most easy to handle. But, I mean, if you're trying to go for Dark Ether, you're going to have a hell of a time no matter what you're using, so good luck. Moving on over from the snipers, we're going to look now at the Marksman Rifles. And I know that the M1 Garand is just a fan favorite, and the nostalgia is real, but I'm actually going with the G43. Looking at the G43, it has the worst firepower in the class, but it's also the fastest of the three. It also has the best base accuracy compared to the other two Marksman Rifles, and again, I really like going for balance inside of my game of zombies, and I think that the G43 is the most balanced. Again, I'm not a huge, massive fan of the Marksman Rifles in this game, kind of similar to the sniper rifles, but nonetheless, this does do quite a bit of damage. Moving on now over to the LMGs, and there's actually a couple decent ones in here. I was stuck between the DP27 and the MG42, the first two LMGs that you get in the game, but I actually ended up going with the MG42. For what the MG42 kind of lacked in past games, the MG42 in this game is fantastic. While the damage isn't great, the fire rate is amazing, and it almost feels like you're using some sort of it almost feels like an assault rifle to me, honestly, inside of your game. So I think the MG42 is a really good choice if you're looking for some versatile movement with a massive magazine as well. The accuracy on it is so good, and I am such a huge fan. Realistically, that thing doesn't feel like it moves. Again, the DP27 is great in my opinion, but I honestly just don't think that anything in this class is going to take out the MG42 anytime soon. Moving on now over to the shotgun class, and this one is almost easily the combat shotgun. The combat shotgun is so dang good. And similar to Cold War Zombies, all the shotguns in this game are really good in this Zombies mode, but the combat shotgun just hits different, especially at higher rounds when you have the Stormkriegers around you. This thing takes them out so fast. I want to say in this video I take them out in like 2 shots. I absolutely love this thing, and especially even as you get to higher rounds, the accuracy of this thing is amazing. When you pair this gun with the Deadshot Daiquiri version of the perks in this game, it is absolutely insane. It's going to take out any zombie you're looking at in a heartbeat. Moving on now to the SMGs, and I was stuck on this one between the MP40 and the Type 100. I think in the end, I'm actually going to give it to the Type 100. The MP40 is super good in multiplayer, but I think the Type 100 just felt like it handled better. I think that you're probably a little bit faster with the MP40 than you are the Type 100, but the MP40, it felt like just had so much kick to it, and obviously a lot of this can be changed with attachments, but the Type 100 just felt so dang good to use. For some reason in the SMG class, I really did not care for the M1928 or the Owen gun. I don't know what it was about those guns that I really didn't like. They just felt like pea shooters to me. In the end, I'm going with the Type 100 for the SMGs, but again, the MP40 is also a really good call, and the PPSH isn't the worst thing in the world either. Finally, we are looking at the assault rifles, and in the assault rifle class, I am stuck between the Automaton and the AS-44. I think once it's all said and done, I'm gonna be going with the Automaton, and again, everybody knows the Automaton is absolutely amazing right now in multiplayer, but it seems to be getting shown up by the STG. In terms of handling, the Automaton just feels like an absolute laser beam inside of zombies, and I absolutely love it, especially when you get some bigger mags on this thing, and once you pack a punch it, oh baby, you're taking these guys out in a heartbeat. Again, the rest of the assault rifles are pretty decent, but the Automaton just really tickles my pickle. And finally, on the wonder weapon, oh, right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. I want to give a big shout out to all the channel members over on the channel, and an extra special shout out to all of the Zombie Richtofen members, starting off with hashtag BestMod, Strict Archer, the quippest man in the Southern Hemisphere, Commander_Quip, and the man, the myth, the legend, Tis Brandon ZR.